Hi there, it's Quilting Nerd. Welcome back to my channel. And today I had to change my plans because I was inspired by one of videos I watched on Instagram. Someone was using a very interesting technique to create an incredibly interesting meanderic pattern on their mag, and I decided that I have to try it in quilting because this is kind of a pattern that it's incredibly interesting to see when it's quilted on a fabric. So I grabbed me a piece of fabric that it's maybe like half of a fat quarter, so fat 8. I got one of my golden threads, and I will simply practice this pattern, and I would like to go over the structure of the pattern together with you, and let's see how it will work out. I hope you will have fun, and in this way I will also share with you how it is when I am practicing my quilting patterns, when I'm practicing new ideas, the whole process of, maybe not the whole process, but part of the process, how I am learning, because I am definitely not a genius concerning quilting. I'm making tons of mistakes, but I like trying new things. And this one is similar to the topographic meanderic pattern, which is also very nice and relaxed in making. But this one has a little bit more structure, and it's not going all over the place, and it's going more in one or the other direction. It can have many interesting twists, so it has less of this topographic character and more geometrical and modern and kind of really fun. So let's see how it will look like. So hopefully I have here enough light. I never know what will really look good on the camera, so I will actually switch it off and get a little bit closer. So I'm starting somewhere in the 1/3 of my piece of fabric. I have here maybe 3 to 4 inches space under, and that's because I will want to create some pattern going in this direction. So the way I've seen it happening was that you're just kind of going with some kind of lines going up and down. There is no really side to side very strong direction. It's more, we have this strong single direction from side to side, and sometimes we are extending in one side, sometimes to the other. So let's see how this will look like. So let me take a look how it's visible on the camera. That's fine. Let me turn this a little bit more to the side. Yeah, that's fine. So now I can say, okay, I'm going down, and I will just echo the line I have created. For now I will just echo it. So as you can see, there will be lots of randomness here, and that means this kind of pattern will never get boring. I am taking my time here, so I can try to go here with a bit of skinny echo line under, just to add a little bit more texture here. for now I will stay in the lower part of my quilt. So partially now I will echo the parts that are lower, but when I'm here I can start adding elements extending in the other direction. Shorter or longer. Just to add some interest. We can also extend a little bit to the side to add extra dynamics. And one more, and now I will just add echo line without adding any new elements here. I like such exercises because they are teaching me how texture is created, how much detail I need to have interesting pattern. What looks good if I will modulate, for example, thickness of my echo lines, if this will look good and how much it will add to the overall dynamics of the pattern. So yes, sometimes I will be not successful, but then I will know exactly why. And then I can improve with the next time. So again, I will add a little bit of the L shape here. You can add one more. So my echo lines are not really super precise, and that's what makes this pattern so perfect for beginners. So I think for now I will leave the lower part as it is, and I will move to the upper part. So let's cut this away. I can actually try to close this line here, and then on the edge I can move out. And here I can start already extending in the other direction. and you can slowly see that my texture, the pattern becomes more and more complex, despite the fact that I am just using very, very simple shapes. And now we will just echo the shapes I created before. I am just keeping my foot very light on the pedal, so my speed is very constant. I am moving my fabric also at a constant rate. And in this way my stitches are more or less equal. So here I will actually leave it as it is, without going exactly following the same shape. Sometimes those little bits of volume left are adding extra interest to the pattern. This kind of projects are helping to learn consistency, and also are allowing you to try different things, practice with your intuition, trying different things, checking what looks good, what you like, and going a little bit away from the standard patterns. On the other hand, such meandric patterns are great to learn. What are the limitations of your sewing machine? What are your preferences concerning the direction, the spacing, how to move the fabric? And because of that, let me go back that way. You will get better when you will be quilting more standard patterns, simply because you will practice the movement and the mechanics of moving the fabric, the sandwich under your machine. So even if it's only 15 minutes a day or 15 minutes on a regular basis, it will help you to become better quilter. I do not always have time to quilt. I do quilt on a regular basis, but work is crazy and sometimes it's not possible to quilt every day. So such small projects help me stay creative. And like that, I will have very nice quilted sandwich that I can use for different applications. I can use it in my Quilt As You Go project. I can use it for a small cosmetic bag. I can use it for a small bag for my cell phone. So nothing here is wasted. If you will take bigger piece of fabric, perfect pillow. And I know the average age indicates, of my viewers, indicates that some of you have already grown children, so in like teenager age, and that would mean I think this is modern enough, so they will also like it. And if you will enlarge it and make the spacing a little bit larger between the lines, this is also a perfect way to quilt simple quilts, baby quilts. It will make them for sure very stable. So there are many different ways. So I wanted actually to be a bit more geometrical than organic, so I still will have to work on this one. But this way of quilting a meanderic pattern is also quite effective, so I like it. So now I will for now cut off the thread so we can take a look at the pattern. And the texture is great, it looks very nice. Also on the back side, lots of happening, lots of going on. But now we can actually, to finish it off, because we have those strange spaces here at the end, we can add some pebbles or swirls to it at the end. So let's see how this will look like if we do that. That would add a little bit more interest. I like how the pebbles are looking like on a quilt. only quilting them takes always such a long time. But it's again a very good exercise for precision. And they don't have to be that small here in this case, so it's actually moving quite fast. I will put them on one side only. And again, we have those odd spaces here that will be perfect to be filled with pebbles, because pebbles can be made to fit just by adjusting their size. Oh, that looks nice. We are done in a moment. So, yes, this will be actually why I decided to add pebbles, because what I actually planned for today was a combination of lines and pebbles, and that would be anyway probably one of the patterns I will show you. I will try to make these videos for my next in my next installment. Let's fill this one. This one goes a little bit deeper here in this other pattern, so this will be fun. So I think if we want to have great quilting, good looking quilting, regularity is definite, and symmetry is one of the ways to make sure that the pattern looks wonderful and the quilting looks simply high quality. And symmetry and repeated pattern all over the place takes care of hiding of different inaccuracies. But sometimes we need something a little bit more wild, and then creating such random nooks and spaces we can fill with other pattern will add a lot of dynamic interest and will make the quilting definitely very interesting, even if it will not look perfect, because the dynamics will take care of hiding and distracting from any kind of imperfection. So this is the upper part of the quilt, and I actually love how it looks like. Probably I will add the same here on the other side when I will finish it, but you know now what I'm talking about. I can encourage you to try it on your own, make you a small project, make a small gift for your friend, for your grandchild, for your kids, and tell me if it helped you to improve some of your quilting skills or go around some of the problems. You can use swirls here instead of pebbles, but something with a little bit more thread buildup will really attract nice attention if you are using contrasting thread. But the texture is really nice, And I think you will have fun trying out this project. Hopefully see you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.